Welcome to Spectrum of Innovation. My name is Gabriela Venturo, and this is Spectrum of Innovation, your trusted news and information source for Riverside County. Welcome to our October episode. After our live stream, you can find this complete episode, the individual segments, and previous episodes on our website, spectrumofinnovation.org. Be sure to also subscribe to our YouTube channel, where our spin-off show, the SOI Update, from our JDSCA training crew streams 2 to 3 times a week, and our social updates keep you in the know. Spectrum of Innovation is your local must-see TV. We can be found on Temecula and Murrieta's community access channels, as well as on Rivco TV's access channels throughout Riverside County. Visit our website for station and time details. With Halloween quickly approaching, you're bound to see some witches and goblins in your neighborhood. But when it comes to actual accounts of ghostly encounters here in Riverside County, are you a believer or a skeptic? To get you all in the spirit, the SOI team went out to see what they could scare up, and it just might provide a chill. Everything looks normal as residents go about their business as usual. But hidden away is a spooky side. From Winchester's Patterson House and the Ortega Highway to the Palomar Inn and Riverside's Downtowne Bookstore, stories about supernatural phenomena have been intriguing locals for decades. Craig Owens writes about California's haunted hotels in Haunted by History and has personally experienced paranormal activity in Old Town Temecula's Palomar Inn.
Out of all the 16 hotels that I investigated in Southern California, I would say that the Palomar Inn is the most active.
Craig rented out the hotel for a couple of nights while researching his book, and that's when his audio recording equipment captured a lot of spine-chilling activity.
There were voices throughout the night, and one of the ones that creeped me out was that I was about to take my last cigarette break for the night, locked up my room, and as I was walking down the stairs, this big, deep male voice said, but it's weird because I felt like I was being the one that was watched. Here I am looking for ghosts, and this voice seems to indicate that whatever was there was actually watching and actually recognizing my behavior patterns. So it was in reverse. He was human hunting, I guess.
He also captured a ghostly image while staging 1930s era photos for his book's illustrations.
I was trying to get this one shot, and I had a model on the stairs with a fake Tommy gun pointing it up, flipping through these photos, and in one of the frames, only in one, there is this shadowy figure. But I was hard-pressed to explain how that could not have been non-paranormal.
Another famously haunted spot in Riverside County is the Patterson House. Built in 1891, it's the oldest private residence still standing in Winchester. People say it's a hotbed of paranormal activity. Professional ghost hunters have filmed orbs and recorded eerie voices here.
Early on, before we actually had the house, some people had come into the house and decided that they wanted to spend the night here. One of the things, the phenomenons that they found at that time was something bouncing down the stairs. When they came out, there was nothing there. Since then, of course, we've had multiple paranormal groups in here. And like I said, the list goes on and on. The piano plays by it, so upstairs the spinning wheel will spin in one direction and then backwards. We have the feeling that all the energy is positive, they're friendly, as long as you do not challenge them.
The Ortega Highway connects Riverside and Orange County. It is one of our country's most dangerous highways and has earned a reputation for being haunted by unearthly beings. Many have claimed to see a clown on the side of the road while driving the highway late at night. Probably the most haunted location in Riverside County is the Mission Inn, an expansive resort built in 1878 and situated right in the city of Riverside. It is said to be haunted by the original owner's children, Frank and Alice Miller, who both died tragically. Guests have reported being touched or pushed, seeing phantom blue lights, and hearing Alice singing.
Here we are around the corner from the Mission Inn at the Downtowne Bookstore, where paranormal activity has been felt.
This spirit box, what it does, it picks up the radio frequencies in the air, and the spirits manipulate them. It's easier for them to speak in real time. We can hear it in real time as it's sweeping through the stations.
Maybe it's Frank Miller here. Frank, are you here? Sounds like he said, yeah.
It's always fun to have a ghostly experience for a thrill and chill. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, it is hard to deny that there are many mysteries in our own backyard. After this, I think I'm a believer. What about you? Our paranormal experts had so many spooky stories to tell, we couldn't include them all. Visit our website to watch the extended interviews. We've also posted links to audio of what many say is ghostly activity happening at notable locations. If you've experienced your own strange encounters, we want to hear about them. Share your stories on our Facebook page. Now it's time for our Need to Know segment, where we bring you up to date on current Riverside County news and information. As gas prices in California rise, the morale among commuters in Riverside County is bound to fall. The average price of gasoline in the county is currently at $4.14 per gallon, the highest price since July of 2015. In July 2019, a 5.6-cent gas tax went into effect. And as you can see on this graphic, state taxes account for 12% of the cost. But the majority of the increase is the result of diminished supply caused by maintenance problems at refineries in Los Angeles and the absence of imported gasoline. Even so, Governor Newsom has started a formal investigation on why Californians pay up to 30 cents a gallon more than the rest of the country. Now, he wants to know if California's oil and gas suppliers are involved in price fixing or other unlawful practices. We did some research to help with rising gas prices and found that GasBuddy.com and its app will find the lowest prices to buy gas near you. We saw prices as low as $3.75 in the city of Riverside, $3.83 in Lake Elsinore, $3.97 in Menifee, $3.75 in San Jacinto, and $3.69 in Temecula, which are pretty good rates for Riverside County. Now, this past August, SOI profiled the Murrieta Innovation Center and how they are bringing high-tech jobs and resources closer to home. On October 10th, companies from the Murrieta Innovation Center shared their stories with investors, entrepreneurs, and life science experts at Mountain View, California's J.J. Lake Business Center. A standing room only crowd listened to the city of Murrieta, in SoCal Connect, the Metropolitan Water District, and 8 of the Innovation Center companies, explaining how Murrieta is building a new regional life science research cluster. The event was a big success, with many of the attendees expressing an interest in investing, working with, and some even possibly moving to Murrieta to join the Innovation Center. Did you know that October is National Women's Small Business Month? Women-owned businesses make $1.9 trillion annually. And in California, 129 new women-owned businesses are started each day, the highest number of all 50 states. Here in Riverside County, the latest data shows that women own 39% of the businesses in the county. JDS Creative Academy, the organization behind Spectrum of Innovation, is part of that women-led club. Our executive producer, Diane Strand, co-founded the nonprofit in 2014 and is also the majority owner of JDS Video and Media Productions. Diane is an active 10-year member of the Temecula Valley's Chamber of Commerce and has worked closely with their president CEO, Alice Sullivan, who is retiring this month. Recently, Diane sat down with the Chamber's incoming president CEO, Emily Falappino, to find out where the Chamber is headed under her new leadership.
Hi, Emily. Thank you for coming. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so grateful to be here today.
Well, we're really glad you're here, and we're really excited about your new position. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I understand you're homegrown here in Temecula. How do you think that gives you a perspective of running the Chamber?
So through my adolescence and high school years, I really watched Temecula grow. My history, having seen its evolution, and my perspective of knowing what other big cities are like. I've got a lot of socio-political perspective, having done a lot of traveling over the globe. I think it gives me a really good perspective to lead with.
Your previous position, you were with Strider Transportation and Grapeline Inc. as the general manager. How does that put you in touch with the business community?
I got to work alongside local entrepreneurs who just had the spirit to start something in a community that they cared about. I understand what it's like to run and start a small business. I understand the headaches of hiring, the heartache of firing. I understand what happens and how it feels when the economy turns. I understand what it's like when your industry changes and you have to make some really hard shifts and hard decisions. I intend to just lead with that experience and that empathy for the business owner.
So Alice has been a stakeholder here in the community and very instrumental in transforming the Temecula Valley business community from when it was rural and it was that one-stop kind of town to what it is today. And so what is your vision for the Chamber?
I think of Alice as an icon, and everything that she's done to this point has been so masterfully executed. And the Chamber of Commerce today is a really healthy, positive organization. My first order of business is to first connect and listen, and to really absorb everything before I suggest doing or changing anything. Inevitably, though, we'll certainly evolve, and I'd love to see us find more ways to engage our Chamber members, to resource and equip them with next level tools, communication, ideas, business summits, networking opportunities. And I'd like to see us kind of scale and amplify all the good work that Alice has started.
I've seen how much the Chamber has done for the business community, mine included. So what would you like to say to the business community and the members out there?
My first words would be thank you. Temecula is an extraordinary place because of the people who invest their time here, who choose to be here, who take giant leaps of faith and big risks to start business and try and employ people and grow the quality of their goods and services. I think that our job at the Chamber of Commerce is to continue to run as your cheerleaders and your offensive line, to support, encourage, and equip you so that whatever your goals are, that we can be a resource and a channel for that.
The transition seems to be going smoothly. For us as members, what can we do for you?
You know, I would really love and encourage any and all of you to reach out to me with your stories, your thoughts, your concerns, and your questions, because that is what's going to help me get into gear and be most effective by responding to you. So if I can share my email address,
Go right ahead.
It's going to be ceo@temecula.org. And I would love to step into the office on day one and just have a flood of emails with your questions, your concerns, your ideas, and your stories.
Well, we look forward to seeing what's ahead, and we know you have a great team over at the Chamber, and it's exciting to see this new chapter and all the things that are going to happen in the business community. So thank you.
Thank you.
It looks like the Temecula Valley Chamber is in good hands. We look forward to seeing how they will continue to promote positive economic growth in our area. The city of Menifee, which happens to be my hometown, was incorporated just 11 years ago with less than 60,000 residents. The most recent United States Census shows a population of 93,000 people, making Menifee the fastest growing city in Southwest Riverside County, the second fastest growing in the entire county after Beaumont, and 7th in the state. When a city develops this quickly, there will need to be a lot of changes. Menifee city officials are rising to the challenge and working hard to transform the city for the future.
Menifee is a family-oriented community. Known for its natural setting and sweeping views, it's no wonder that more and more people are calling Menifee home. There are 32 new housing tracts currently in construction. To enhance the city's livability, the city has created more parks, which include the 5-acre Central Park with an amphitheater and the 10-acre Centennial Park. A new library is also in development. We met up with Gina Gonzalez, the economic director of Menifee.
We're really trying hard to capture those sales tax dollars here that provide the vital services for our great community. We have right now about 28 commercial projects moving its way throughout the city. And overall, there's about 155 projects. So we're constantly trying to attract master developers to help build large business parks to provide the space for those businesses that are looking to locate here. We're really concentrating on advanced manufacturing. We're looking at technology and healthcare as really the three overarching industries within Menifee. We've seen Datatronics here. We've seen digital dental leaders. Forterra produces very large pipes, but they're the largest manufacturer west of the Mississippi, and they're located right here in the heart of Menifee.
This is Menifee Town Center, and as you can see, there hasn't been a lot of development here as of yet. But that's about to change. Plans are underway for a hotel, a movie theater, restaurants, retail stores, and medical offices. A courthouse is currently in the design phase and will be built in this empty lot. However, residents will need to wait until 2020 before they will see any construction. Plans are also underway for a new city hall in the lot across the street. It looks like it will be a while before City Hall is built in Town Center. Fortunately, this 24,000 square foot building is filling in nicely. The interim location for Menifee City Hall opened to city staffers on March 18th. It is sure a very welcomed upgrade. The professional building was reconstructed to maximize the space for city staff and increase the efficiency of city services.
We needed the space for the collaborative effort to provide the level of service to meet the demand of our community. And what that really means is that we're providing a one-stop shop for all departments to process all of the plans a lot quicker. We've put all of our development processes on the very first floor and all the supportive systems all up on the second floor, where we have building and safety, engineering, and planning and fire all under one roof. And the way that they're laid out is exactly through the process, whether you start with planning and then you move through the process that way, ending with building and safety. And so by trying to create a process flow that is seamless, we hope that the experience of our development community and residents mirrors the exact same thing, seamless and smooth.
A larger building has allowed the city to hire more personnel, which also helps to increase efficiency with business development in the community.
Having more staff has been great because we've been able to speed up the overall process. And I can give you an example, being able to process a large major commercial center in 2 months. So I'm very proud of the commitment of our development team, and I think it really shows.
The old City Hall is being transformed into the new police headquarters, home to the city's first municipal police force. For a city that's just 11 years old, they've gone through a lot of changes, doing it with style and technology. Their tagline of new, better, best is definitely shining through for the residents of Menifee.
The city where I grew up sure has come a long way. If you want to see the new City Hall for yourself, you can attend the grand opening next Tuesday, October 29th between 4 and 6 p.m. The public is invited to tour the building to see all what it has to offer. Now it's almost carving time. Of course, I'm talking about making jack-o'-lanterns, but not just any old jack-o'-lantern. For today's Hack of the Month, 2 of our SOI team members will show you how to make this classic decoration with a twist.
Hi, I'm Matt Sealbinder, and if you love Halloween, boy, do I have a treat for you. First, we're going to paint a pineapple. Materials you're going to need are spray paint, and a template image. Spray paint the pineapple. Mine took like 30 minutes to dry. Use the cutout image, pin it to the pineapple. And voila! Enjoy your new Pino lantern. I am not an artist, but this is why I have my extra pair of hands. An artist herself, Erin Porras.
I will be showing you how to paint a sugar skull pumpkin. First, you're going to want to paint the base of the pumpkin, which we chose white. Right, then I would suggest tracing out your design with a pencil, just like this. Or use a pre-drawn picture as an outline to trace. Once everything is traced out, you can choose the colors you would like to design the skull with. For example, these colors. Ta-da!
Hope you have a good Halloween. Thank you for watching. I'm Matt Steelbinder. This has been your Hack of the Month. I'll see you very soon.
Aw, I love the sugar skull one. Thank you, Matt and Erin. This is such a unique way to decorate for Halloween. For step-by-step directions, go to our website where we will have all of the info. Spectrum of Innovation wants to keep you in the know and aware. Did you know October is Learning Disability and ADHD Awareness Month? It's important to shine a light on the 15% of our population living with learning and attention challenges. Awareness gives us an opportunity to focus less on the disability and more on the incredible abilities that this population possesses. Our SOI crew members who know what it's like to have challenges will show you how the perception of learning disabilities have evolved over time.
Learning Disability Month has been observed since 1985 when President Ronald Reagan issued a proclamation stating that the more aware Americans are of the potential that people with learning disabilities have, the more opportunities these citizens have to lead full and productive lives.
A learning disability is a difference in the way a person processes information and is caused by a neurological disorder. Although most of us understand the logic of our language, to some, language, numbers, and symbols do not come naturally.
These learning disabilities affect about 10% of the population, and many of those affected have more than one. There are 3 common learning disabilities. Dysgraphia relates to difficulties with writing due to issues with spelling and trouble transcribing thoughts. Dyslexia pertains to reading difficulties due to letter and word confusion. Dyscalculia, like dyslexia, involves confusion, but rather than letters and words, it is associated with numbers and math problems.
ADHD is not a learning disability, but it's also acknowledged this month. It's a disorder that makes it very difficult for a person to pay attention and control impulsive behaviors.
Although ADHD and dyslexia are more recognizable, recent studies have shown that 66% of people interviewed knew nothing of dysgraphia and dyscalculia. Hopefully, awareness campaigns such as Learning Disabilities Month will help change that.
Did you know Albert Einstein, Walt Disney, General George Patton, and Vice President Nelson Rockefeller all had trouble reading, and Whoopi Goldberg and Henry Winkler have been very vocal about how dyslexia caused teachers to label them as slow. None of these people let their personal challenges prevent them from being successful.
The history of studying learning disabilities dates back to the 1800s. They weren't easy to diagnose and students slipped through the cracks. In 1996, neurologist Dr. Guinevere Eden used functional magnetic resonance imaging to identify the regions in the brain that are affected by learning disabilities. Then, in 2005, Dr. Jeffrey Gruen identified a gene associated with dyslexia.
One of the biggest issues still facing people with learning disability and ADHD is being understood by society. We also know that this is not something that can be outgrown.
43% of Americans, including teachers, wrongly believe that learning disabilities are related to IQ levels. However, those who have learning disabilities are usually as smart as their peers and are often found to be highly intelligent.
If you see somebody struggling, don't be afraid to ask them if they would like help. The world is not always disability friendly, so your small act of kindness can go a long way.
You can celebrate this month by positively promoting learning disabilities and helping spread awareness. The more we understand and support this population, the more they are encouraged to speak out about their disability, grow from it, and help themselves and others succeed. We should all, of course, be kind to all those who are struggling with visible and invisible disabilities. Now, you might get the opportunity to practice this kindness when you're welcoming trick-or-treaters to your door this Halloween. Keep a lookout for anyone holding a blue bucket. This signifies a child with autism who might be feeling a little stressed with all the holiday activity. However, treat them the same as you would any other youngster who is out collecting candy. The child will appreciate it as well as the parents. It's time for our In the Know segment to ensure you are up to date on current Riverside County happenings. The ongoing I-15 Express Lanes projects continues to require periodic lane closures at the I-91 and I-15 junctions. Tonight and tomorrow night, the eastbound 91 to the northbound I-15 connector will be closed, as well as the southbound I-15 to the eastbound and westbound 91 connectors. Cars will be detoured to Main Street, Hidden Valley Parkway, and Magnolia Avenue. The Santa Ana winds sweep through Riverside County today and tomorrow, bringing dry conditions and an increased wildfire risk. Southern California Edison says it might shut off power in the unincorporated communities outside Palm Springs, which will affect about 100 county residents. Stay safe out there. As we gear up to celebrate Halloween next week, it's good to know the holiday's creepy history, which dates back to the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain. This was the time of year celebrants would welcome in the harvest and the ghosts of the dead. It is said during this day, interaction happens between humans and residents of the other world. Thousands of years ago, the day was celebrated by huge sacred bonfires. Now, of course, these days, we just hand out candy and hope no one places any tricks on us during the night. Now on to some community events near you. If you live in Temecula and are looking to clear out some junk cluttering your home, you're in luck. This Saturday, October 26th, between 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. at Chaparral High School, the City of Temecula and CR&R Environmental Services will hold a citywide cleanup for Temecula residents to dispose of household waste and large debris. Proof of Temecula residency is required. All of us here at SOI are getting into the Halloween spirit. This Friday and Saturday, stop by our Haunted Studio fundraiser for thrills and chills. Our SOI training crew has more to scare you, show you what it's all about.
Are you brave enough for the most terrifying haunted studio tour in the Valley? For 2 nights only, October 25th and 26th, test your limits at the JDS Haunted Studio fundraiser for at-risk youth.
Fairy tales have come to life.
Haunted Studio, Diaz Road, Temecula, if you dare.
Have fun.
Ooh, spooky. You don't want to miss it, that's for sure. The money raised will go towards scholarships for at-risk youth. I'll see you here. Now, I can't think of a better combo than pumpkins and pancakes to support a great cause. Rancho Domicitas Pancake Breakfast is back for another year this Saturday, October 26th at 9 a.m. There will be games, a petting zoo, train rides, candy, and of course, you guessed it, pumpkins. All of this fun supports struggling single mothers and their young children. Also this Saturday, you're invited to attend Animal Friends of the Valley's free event, Pause on the Promenade Spooktacular at the Temecula Mall. The good times begin at 10 a.m. and includes a pet costume parade and contest, vendor booth trick-or-treating, and raffle prizes. This Sunday, October 27th, Inland Regional Center, our community partner, is hosting a resource fair and fall festival in downtown Riverside on Main Street between 10th and University. It starts at 11 a.m. and is free to the community. Photo booths and face painting will be also available free of charge. Are you looking for an alternative to door-to-door candy collecting? The City of Beaumont is hosting a trunk or treat Halloween evening from 5 to 8:30 p.m. at Beaumont Sports Park. Children can gather candy from the trunks of vehicles parked safely in the parking lot, which is a really good idea. Now, Halloween is obviously over after October 31st, but you can still celebrate Dia de los Muertos at City Park in Lake Elsinore on November 2nd from 1 to 6 p.m. The event is hosted by Studio 395, the Arts Council, and the City of Lake Elsinore. Enjoy traditional music and folklorial dances, vendors, costume contests, and memorials. In honor of Veterans Day, come out to Corona on November 2nd to support over 30 nonprofit organizations at the Amber Waves of Grain Craft Beer Festival held at the Shops at Dos Lagos. This event is back for its 4th year and will feature over 40 craft breweries, vendors, food, military reenactments, a parade, and live entertainment. That sounds like a lot of fun. And speaking of Veterans Day, you can show our fallen soldiers your appreciation on Saturday, November 9th at the flag placing at the Riverside National Cemetery starting at 8 a.m. Volunteers are needed to place 200,000 flags, one on each grave, to ensure remembrance is celebrated for all. You can also visit the flags displayed at the City of Murrieta's Field of Honor for an entire week, November 9th through the 17th. The Murrieta Rotary Club is accepting flag sponsorships online until November 8th or in person at the event. November is Alzheimer's Disease Awareness Month, and the Riverside County Office on Aging invites family caregivers to a day of celebration at the Moreno Valley Conference Center on November 8th. This free event is a great opportunity for caregivers to get support, re-energize, and enjoy lunch, dancing, and drum music therapy. Now, if you want any additional information about all the events we just mentioned, go to our website where we will have those links posted and more. Well, that's a wrap. Thank you so much for joining us. Spectrum of Innovation is always here for you to keep you in the know of what's happening in Riverside County. We will be back for our next show, which live streams on November 21st. Visit our website, spectrumofinnovation.org, where you can view previous episodes and segments or rewatch today's show. We hope you subscribe to our YouTube page and follow us on social media. Thank you to JDS Creative Academy intern Hannah Davis for creating my beautiful Halloween-inspired outfit. I also want to thank all of our talented SOI crew, from the industry professionals to the apprentices to the program participants and interns. You do a great job. And I invite you to stop by our haunted studio Friday and Saturday and meet some of the wonderful people who work so hard behind the scenes. From all of us here at Spectrum of Innovation, we wish you a fun and safe Halloween, and until next time, SOI out.